me slow it down. Now you need love. I can tell you don't know what it look like. I can see you never been led right. I wanna help you see life better.
Hey everyone, it's Katrina. I'm coming here with my video on self-love starts here. When I think of self-love, I look at it as like the amount of love that you have for yourself. And when I say that, I'm not meaning like, oh, I love my physical body, so I'm happy with myself. No, I mean like accepting your flaws, the hurt, the anger, like everything that makes you you. It's accepting all of it. I mean, like when it comes to me, a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, you're so positive, you're so happy, you're always smiling, you're blah, 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 blah. No, it's not always like that. Like, I mean, I love myself and I'm happy with who I am, but at the end of the day, we all have our days when we just like, oh, blah, like, you know, we're kind of over it. But when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, like, people think that loving yourself and, you know, trying to love yourself again, that it's an overnight process. That's not the case. Like, it took me years to get comfortable with myself. Like, I went through insecurities with weight. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so fat. I'm like, da 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 da, you know, like, I went through the whole insecurities of, oh my gosh, look at this person, they're successful. Oh my gosh, this person's body is that, you know, just like different things. Like, I would compare myself all the time to people. And I noticed, like, as I would do that, that would make myself less and less likable. Like, I didn't like myself to a point where it was like, okay, I'm willing to pay to have surgery to lose weight. Or, oh, I'm willing to have surgery to have a bigger butt. Or whatever the case may be. Like, I went through a lot of different things. But that's something we can talk about one-on-one if anyone want to know about my personal journey. I would say, like, one thing I have learned on this journey, though, was to love me for who I am and not to compare myself to anyone, simply because when people have their down moments or, you know, they shut down, they don't post that. You know, they only post the good. So it's like, why compare myself to their best life that they're living on social media or whatever the case may be when they're down or they're going through things, they don't post it. So it's like, you look at my page, you see positivity, you see things like that, but you will never really know when I'm going through anything simply because I don't post it. When it comes to self-love, I think it's very important. I think it plays a big role in your life, like everyday life, because I look at it as like, you have to love yourself before you can love someone else. So self-love plays a big part in relationships. It plays a big part in, you know, your everyday life with your family. And the reason I say it plays a really big part in your life is simply because, like, law of attraction. You know, I feel like what you think or what you think about yourself becomes reality. You sit there and you think, hey, I am ugly, or I am fat, or you keep comparing like, oh my gosh, I'm 28 years old, so I should be this place in life, or, you know, like, you sit here, you just keep bringing negativity to yourself. Like, all you could think of is negativity towards yourself. Like, all your thoughts is negative. But as like law of attraction, what you think becomes your reality. So you keep saying these negative things, so, you know, eventually you're going to believe these things. You know, that's what's going to stay to your head. Every time you look in the mirror, you're going to see a fat person. Or every time you look in the mirror, you're going to see someone ugly, simply because this is what you're implanting into your brain. Things that I have done to help me love myself more and to be, you know, happier with myself, it's pretty simple things, but it takes consistency. As I said earlier, nothing happens overnight. So you can't look in the mirror one day and be like, oh my gosh, like, I'm the shit, or, you know, look in the mirror and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm handsome, or, you know, things like that, and think that you're gonna automatically wake up the next day and feel the same way. Like, it may be that easy for some people, but let's be honest, like, we have things that we've been through as children that has, like, messed with us mentally, so it's still implanted in our head from, like, things that parents may have said, or teachers, or, you know, friends, exes, like, things like that. Like, them things are still in your brain, so it's a process, you know what I mean? So here's a few things that I've done to help me better love myself and be more in tune with myself. The first thing that I've done to get better in tune with myself and to love myself more was to stop the negative thoughts. It's easier said than done. Yes, I know. But you have to stop it. Like, everything that you say to yourself, you have to believe it. And you don't want to believe that you're ugly or, like whatever the case may be. Like, that's something you don't want to do. So to take the negativity out, you're going to add into positivity. And that goes into the second thing that you can do, which is daily affirmations. To do daily affirmations, I feel like, it's a positive step. And I feel like it's something that should be done in the mirror, because as you state these positive affirmations, you're basically looking into the mirror so that you can believe these things about yourself. So you may want to look in the mirror and say, hey, I am beautiful. Or, hey, I am handsome. You may also want to say, hey, I'm proud of you. You're doing a good job. Keep it up. You may also want to add in little things like, I am worthy. I am amazing. Like, I am intelligent. I am successful. These are things that once you continue to say it constantly, like on an everyday basis, you're going to start believing these things about you. But as you say it, put some positivity in there. Sitting there in the mirror and be like, you know what? You are beautiful. I like your freckles. You know what I mean? Like, get really deep into it. Like, believe what you're saying, and your reality, your thoughts will become your reality. The first day of doing this activity, you may not feel anything. You may be like, I'm lying to myself. Like, I don't feel like I'm successful. I'm not proud of myself. But, as you continue to do this and you put actions behind it, you'll start feeling a little bit better about yourself. Like, once again, it's not an easy process. Like, it's something you have to do consistently in order to feel it. Because if you're not consistent with something, how do you expect for it to work? You get what I'm saying? I think that on this journey, the hardest part for me to do was to forgive. Like, self-love is a journey. It's not like a wake up overnight and boom. No, like, you have to really heal. You have to forgive. And that's the only way that you're going to be able to get in tune with yourself and to feel this love that's been missing. And I felt like forgiveness was my biggest thing. Like, once I was able to start forgiving, and, it may not be something so big as far as like forgiveness. You may just want to forgive your friend for, spreading a rumor about you, but it'll make you feel better because now you have got this negative energy towards that friend away from you. So now you feel better. Once you learn how to forgive, you're going to release a lot of hurt, a lot of anger, and a lot of pain. Once you release that, you're going to feel so much better. Like, your heart is going to open up. And to love, your heart should be open. And, that's another topic when we get into, like, the chakras. But, a lot of people, we have blockage in our heart because we don't know how to forgive. Once we forgive, whether it's a parent, a teacher, ex, or anyone who have said anything negative about you that has, like, implanted it into your brain and, like, made you feel bad about yourself, once you forgive them for the things that they have done or have said, you're going to feel better about yourself. You will start to feel your heart opening up. Like, you can love again. And the first person you should love once your heart is unblocked is yourself. You get what I'm saying? So forgiveness is like a big key to self-love. You know how they get into the whole, you can't love someone else until you love yourself? That's absolutely true. So another thing that you can do to help you love you is to journal. I journal literally every day, like multiple times a day. It's not a day that I really skip and not journal. Here's a small little thing I want you guys to try. Like, take a piece of paper and, I want you to write on your left side flaws. On the right side at the top, you can put things that I love about myself. But when it comes to self-love and healing yourself, you have to accept your flaws. Like, you can't just, hey, I accept the way that I look, like, I think that I'm fine. No, you have to accept your flaws. And that's like the hard part for a lot of people, because a lot of people don't see their flaws, but you have to accept them. So one of my biggest flaws is that I'm stubborn. Like, everybody knows I'm stubborn. Like, it's something I'm working on, but hey, that's just something about me that I'm accepting. Like, that's something I accept about myself. And now that I accept that about myself, it's like, okay, everyone has flaws, and this is a flaw that, since I accept, I expect for the next person to accept too, and to work with me. You know what I mean? So back to what I was saying is, like, write down each one of your flaws. On your left side, and on the right side, write everything you love about yourself. But at the end of that piece of paper that you're writing your flaws and the things that you love about yourself, I want you to write this: I am learning to accept my flaws, which will help me heal and be able to love myself. And, as you journal, this is just like one exercise I want you guys to try, so that you can see your flaws and you can actually point out your flaws, so that you can learn to love and to accept your flaws. And even if you don't want to do the exercise, like, journaling in general helps. Like, you may want to write down, hey, in the morning, today will be a good day. I'm going to do this. Make your plan so that your day can go a little bit smoother than yesterday. You get what I'm saying? You may want to write at the end of the day your accomplishments, the things that you have got done. Then at the end, always remind yourself, I am proud of you. You are doing good. Let yourself know that you are healing and that you want to love yourself more. Like, at the end of your journal paper, like, put on there, I love you and I'm proud of you. So every day you journal, at the end of your paper, just put something that you love about yourself. You get what I'm saying? Like, you have to plant this in your head that you love you. And, as I stated before, once you remove a lot of hurt, anger, and pain, you will be able to love you way more than the amount of love you was giving yourself before. Another thing that I did, on this journey, was to make myself feel good. It was plenty of times where I didn't feel good about myself, but I will make myself feel better. So do whatever makes you feel good. So if you wake up and you're not feeling yourself, get in that mirror. Line yourself up if you're a fella. If you're a female, throw your wig on. Do what you got to do. Like, when you look good, you feel good. As long as you continue to look good, you're going to feel good. Don't expect to feel good when you sitting here and you're in your pajamas all day. And then you like, oh, today is one of them days I'm not feeling good, like, blah, blah, blah. What you do is, you know what, sis? You know what, bruh? This is what y'all do. You get up, ain't nothing stopping me today. And, get yourself together. You dress like a millionaire, you feel like a millionaire. You get what I'm saying? So if you sitting here lounging around all day on the couch, depressed and sad, how do you ever expect to feel better? You know what I mean? Like, you can't feel sad for yourself because whatever's going on in your life or things that happened in the past. Like, it comes a time in life where you have to step out and want to change the things that you feel about yourself. It comes a time where you want to sit here and you want to, hey, wake up and you want to feel good about yourself. Like, this is the things that you can do to help you be a better you. You know what I mean? To love you a little bit more. And also, before we end this video, let me tell y'all, everybody need a self-care day. Like, I don't care how many days a week you work, how many hours you work, you better, guess what? Take a day for yourself. So this day can consist of, for females, you may want to wake up, get yourself together, like, drink you a little tea to get your day going, you know what I mean? Like, sit here and think, hey, this is the day for myself, find inner happiness. What makes you happy? You may like biking. Go on a trail, ride your bike. Like, you may want to just, hey, this is my day. I'm going to get my nails, my feet, and my hair done and chill. Then you got the fellas, y'all may wake up and y'all may be like, you know what? Hey, it's my self-care day. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go clean up the car, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to go get a haircut, give me a nice little outfit. You may smoke. Like, I don't know what you do or what you may do on this one day, but make this day about you, totally to yourself. Like, no friends, no family, no spouse, just a day for yourself. Like, everybody deserves a day to themselves. Like, we all adults, we work hard, go to school, starting businesses, like traveling. Like, we all doing different things, but what we fail to realize is, yes, we want to be successful. Yes, we want to be successful. Yes, we want to, travel. Yes, we want to do this. We want to have multiple business. Yes, we do. But we need that one day to ourselves. Like, even if it's not a full day, like, at least have a half a day to yourself. Like, you need that day so that you can gather your thoughts. You know, maybe it's at the end of your work week. So if you work Monday through Friday, you know, Saturday or Sunday may be your, you know, little self-care day. Just do you. Boo. Okay? But no, for real though. Like, self-care days play a big part in my life. Like, it's days where I will legit stay in my room all day, meditate, may do yoga, drink some tea. I may fast that day, or I may go out in nature, or like go thrifting, things that I like to do. Just make sure that no matter what, you have that self-care day. You know, I hope this video helped a lot of you guys out. And if you would like to do a 7-day self-love, like, exercise journey with me a little bit, where like each day we will do an activity, like it may be journaling, or I may have you guys like meditate with me, like, you know, it just depends. Like, I haven't really thought about it yet, but it's just an idea to throw it out there. If you guys would like to participate, let me know. Like and subscribe, and also don't forget to click the bell so you can get a notification every time I drop a video. Thanks, and it's Katrina Speaks.